that GMO stuff, dude. Have you researched that?
Nah, what is it?
GMO is basically it's basically genetically modified organisms. So basically anything that's genetically modified.
Yeah.
So now basically they put it in all of our foods. The government, they put it in our wheat now. Now that it's legalized, they haven't been able to make money off of it before that because they thought it was a bad drug by Reagan and all the Nixon and all them. And now that more people are smoking, and now more people are doing this, they're trying to make it legal so that way once it's legalized federally, not statewide, but once it's legalized federally,
Right.
the government or Monsanto, who has been doing tests on this stuff, they can make genetically modified weed. So basically, whenever it's going to be like.
So have they already made this stuff?
They've
made
it. Yeah, they made it, and I don't think they've tested it yet. They're in the process of making it and trying to make this shit. Monsanto is it,
and they're trying to sell it to people.
Yeah, they're trying to get.
Is it? But
they can't do it yet because it's not.
But isn't that shit? Wouldn't that shit be bad for you to smoke it?
So why? But the thing is, they can make it colorful. They can make it look like it's. They can make
like
it smell
just look like
dank as hell.
Organic weed, right? That's crazy.
You smoke it, and then it might not happen right away, but later on.
So if you smoke it, are you gonna have the same effects, or what's gonna happen?
Probably.
You probably wouldn't even notice the difference, huh? But so how would you know the long-term side effects of it? Like, what would you?
Just study.
Would you get like cancer?
Just study GMO.
GMO?
Anything that GMO.
Anything related to GMO?
Uh-huh. It basically causes autism, causes dementia. That's why all those people that are taking pills, like any elderly people like us, me and you, like taking Percocets for pain or Xanax, any pill like that, it's all dangerous, dude. They have GMO in that. That's why that's why you don't have an appetite when you eat it. You feel like zombie-like. You feel good though, because you're on narcotics. You feel high as hell. But they're starting to do that shit. It's Monsanto. The company's Monsanto.
Monsanto.
Yeah, and George Soros. I don't know who George Soros is, but he's a very big guy with the Hillary Clinton and the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
He's doing tests down in I believe it's Hungary. No, it's not Hungary. Where is it? Uruguay. One of those countries in the Central America, or something like that. They just legalized weed federally. And George Soros is a big guy down there at Monsanto. So basically, that country that's legalized, all their weed is GMO. And they don't even know it.
Yeah.
Monsanto's a company, like Bayer. Monsanto's about to buy out Bayer. And they're the, people in the crop fields that are spraying that shit, they're contracted and hired by Monsanto. They're the biggest farming contractor in the entire world.
So that's just everywhere, huh? That's not even just weed.
You can look at the chart. There's a chart. Every food, all the food, and stuff, even the water. Not even just the tap water, the bottled water. They're starting to get the fluoride. But
bottled water is like one of the safest.
But I'm saying because there's a whole bunch of people out here like me and you that need weed, marijuana for ailments and stuff like that, diseases or sicknesses, and now they gotta start taking advantage of this.
See, now we gotta start growing our own weed. Now you gotta start growing your own weed. That's the only way. Gotta grow your own weed, guys.
And when you do,
it's legal now too, especially if you live here in California too. So Fresno, California. So,
but you gotta make sure that stuff that you're buying, fertilizer and all that stuff, make sure.
Yeah.
You want to make sure it's. But they're basically in all of our foods, in our vaccines.
Oh yeah, it's
sad. A lot of people think that we need vaccines to battle all these diseases, but we have an immune system. A lot of people don't even know that. We have an immune system, and they do know it, but they don't realize what it does.
They just totally believe that vaccines are supposed to help prevent these diseases.
And
they really don't.
Actually, most of these vaccines have lead in them and mercury.
Oh yeah.
And that
aluminum
too. Yep, and aluminum.
Aluminum's really bad for you. That's why, like, a lot of people when you're smoking out of when people used to smoke out of foil, they said don't smoke out of foil because it's aluminum foil. Yeah. I used to smoke out of foil in tin cans and soda cans.
Oh, that's bad too.
I used to smoke. Man, I used to smoke so much out of those things, dude, because like that's all we had,
Yeah.
So I used to just fucking.
So, I'm trying to think like
all that shit's probably just like adding up now.
And think about all that fake sugar, all that artificial sweetener, all that stuff they put in coffee and sugar and all that stuff. Basically, honestly, to tell you the truth, basically it's everything we're eating, drinking. Unless it's organic. But sometimes even organic food is labeled organic. And it's not. So you have to You have to research about this stuff. Sometimes
it just sounds like we're pretty much fucked, you know.
Basically, and anyone out there who has autism or dementia or any disease, it's probably it's manufactured from all these diseases out there, like Ebola and.
But there are ways to cure a lot of these things, or to prolong them to where you can live longer, at least 60 years old, you know, and that goes and starts by eating healthy. It's definitely.
Because I remember when I was a kid, man, I did not want to eat healthy for anything.
Nutrition is like the number one, like main source.
Yeah. And it's crazy because honestly, God put all this stuff down here. He made the earth with everything we would need. So when He created Adam and Eve, they had already had everything on earth they needed. They had vegetation. They had food that was organic from the earth. They had a tree. They had everything. They had the whole world. And then look what we did. We just destroyed everything. Killing down trees, forest fires, making money out of nothing. You know what the government is doing? They're making money. How do you make money? How do you make money? It's illegal. In the Constitution, it's illegal for anyone to make money, but they're still doing it.
Well, there's a lot of things illegal that they're still doing. It's crazy, but we somehow allow it. Somehow they win, I guess. But just like there's no law on taxes. We're just not even people in the IRS couldn't even find the law on taxes, and they end up quitting their jobs, and they're like, why am I working for this fucking bullshit company? But I don't know. I watched a video where this dude said he did like 2 hours research. He couldn't even find a law stating that we had to pay taxes whatsoever. That's crazy. But I never did the research about it. But I just believe him because I've seen so much people talk about it, and so much, especially people within the government that work for the government, talk about it. And then they eventually either die or fucking just somehow disappear and stuff like that.
And I did a lot of research on that stuff too, about all the people that like Tesla and all those and all the people that like created stuff and knew about the government stuff. They all died. They all were killed. All of them.
Well, yeah, Tesla was he created.
JFK was assassinated. Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. John Wilkes Booth killed him. And there was a conspiracy with that too. I don't believe it too, but
well, to the JFK, anybody that was eyewitness or related to it, they all got killed. Random deaths.
Yeah.
All of them. And there's they have a list.
I'm reading more on the internet. You know how they say TV is the truth and the internet's lies? Well, I'm believing the opposite now. I believe that TV's lies, the internet's truth. Everything on the internet is truth now. But not everything. But
just certain
most of the things that we're taught is to believe the truth. But JFK, I don't think there was a conspiracy against him. Because you know who was with him? You know who was with the guy that killed JFK the day before? Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz's dad.
Ted Cruz?
Yeah, that politician who ran for president last year. Yeah, his dad was with him. The day after.
Yeah.
He was murdered. The day after he was assassinated. Like they have something to do with it.
How do you pause it?
It's just. I don't even know. Like.
Have you ever seen that movie Inception? With
heard
Leonardo DiCaprio? No?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, you gotta watch it. It's a great movie. Check it out. Inception by it's got a lot of good people in there, but mainly Leonardo DiCaprio. But anyways, it's about dreams. And you ever had a lucid dream? It's about lucid dreaming.
Okay.
And they go into like these realms of your sleep in these different dimensions. It's like, okay, so when you go into this state of lucid dreaming where you realize you're dreaming, but these guys, what they do is they intentionally go put themselves to sleep so they can go into somebody's mind and seek answers, like get information out of them. Like they go in this guy's mind, this Chinese guy's mind, so they try to get his safe numbers so they can rob him or whatever. They want to get to like his business or something like that, but they go in his mind and they almost fool him, but the guy realizes that he's just dreaming. He's like, and it's this whole time they're going back in each other's minds and stuff like that. But it's crazy because they go into these different realms and I don't know. It's a very trippy movie. But once you get started watching it, he puts himself to sleep and he goes into this first realm of sleep, and then they put themselves to sleep in that second dream, and then they go into another dream, and so he's sleeping within a dream within a dream. So he's going into it. They go into. I've never seen nothing about that.
It's confusing.
Yeah, exactly. He goes into another.
It's confusing, but it kind of makes sense. It's like, so basically, you're saying if I was to make myself go to sleep right now, I could control you.
No. See, they hook him up. They hook him up with these machines.
They hook you up to the machine.
The people, they put him to sleep, and so when he's asleep, they don't feel him touching or nothing because they drug him. So he's asleep on the in the beginning of the show. He's asleep on the movie. He's asleep on the fucking train. No. Well, lucid dreaming, that you do that on your own. But I was talking about that in reality. But in this movie, they put him to sleep on this train, and it's a setup because they want to get the information out of his brain, whatever they want. They want to get in his brain, so they hook him up to this machine, and they hook them up to the machine too. So they're all connected through this machine and through the brains, through the consciousness. So whatever, yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I'm saying you gotta watch the movie. It's pretty intense. And so they go into these realms and stuff like that, and it gets very it's fucking dope, man. I used to watch it all the time back in the day with my friends, and it used to trip us out. But every time you watch it, you feel like you understand it more and more.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. It's been out for like 10 years now. You should check it out. It's called Inception. Inception. It's really good, dude. Yeah. It's kind of like I was watching The Butterfly Effect too.
Oh, I watched that. That's a good shit.
Yeah, but you know it's a really good movie. Donnie Darko. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a trippy ass movie. You gotta watch it. Jake Gyllenhaal and Donnie Darko. I don't like the second one though. You ever seen the second one?
No, I haven't seen the second one.
I didn't like it. But that first one, I believe that shit, like the fucking little soul thing or whatever, bubble, how they show that. Yeah, that's crazy. I think that's kind of similar how it works though. Like, just the fact that you know that consciousness outside of the body is possible.
Yeah.
Kind of like, especially if you've experienced it, it's pretty intense, you know? So it's like, it's almost just our bodies are just like a vessel.
Basically.
That's basically what it is. We're just like a vessel.
You know, we just have skin.
And we're just the body, and once our body goes, we don't go.
Yeah.
Technically we do go, but you know, we still got our consciousness and our soul, so I think it goes somewhere else.
You know that thing about evolution, how man came from egg and all that stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe that either.
I think that's some bullshit.
I think that we just God created us, and we've been like this ever since this Earth's been around. We just have like changed, like skin color obviously has been different.
But did you watch that video I showed you by Lloyd Pete? It was Lloyd Pete, I believe. Lloyd Pete.
Yeah.
Where he said the different. He showed different stages.
Yeah.
Of
And they were
the brains, the
it's
human
crazy.
brain, and how we looked, and our jaw, and our bone structure and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that how science is a lie, or well, basically just what was it, Darwinism or whatever?
Oh yeah.
That how that's
Yeah.
bullshit. Stuff like
You know
that.
what freaked me out though? It was about the Project Blue Dream. If y'all never heard about that,
What's that?
Google it. It's called Project Blue Dream.
I never heard of it. I've heard of Agenda 21.
Yeah. Agenda 21 is basically part of it. It's like the start of it. Yeah,
So it's all
first part.
so it's affiliated with it.
Yeah, like all this stuff.
So it's like Agenda 21 then, basically.
Yeah, but Agenda 21 is the beginning, and then once they put these microchips, they say they're gonna start doing this year into our brains. I don't know how they're gonna do it to us if we just resist them, but basically they're gonna start just researching people because it's too much to explain right now. But it's crazy, and it's already started, and it might happen sooner rather than later. It's basically the world government is basically going to fool everybody on earth, or all the Christians or all the people that believe God in God. They're going to fool us into thinking that God's coming down and telling us that everything that they've known about Him is a lie, and He's really the Antichrist. And if you believe it, they're going to try. Before this happens, they're going to program people so they do believe it. And then when He comes down, they're going to be like, "Oh my God, worship the Antichrist, worship Him." Yeah. And God's going to be looking down at us like, "No, stop! It's just a hologram."
Yeah.
Because how do you think they done Tupac hologram? The same way they done holograms on the moon landing. They done like, it's nuts, man. It's crazy because it's like I believe in God,
Yeah.
and I believe He's there. I don't believe in religion anymore. I used to. I don't believe. I think it's just dividing us more. But that's why I'm saying you have to have God really in you, people. You have to have, not just faith, not just because you got paid a lot of money. Oh, I love God, thank you.
Yeah.
Like even when you're down broke, you don't have nothing but a roof over your head, maybe.
Yeah.
You gotta be thanking God every day.
Humble,
Yeah.
grateful.
And you ain't gotta go out and buy nice clothes, man. It doesn't matter because that's all gonna be point and
materialistic
yeah.
things.
So basically, I don't know. God's, you know what the Torah is?
Torah?
Yeah, the Torah. Well, you get the Bible, you get the Torah.
Oh yeah, the Torah Bible.
The Torah was made a long time. Actually, the Torah was made way before the Bible was. The Torah is actually, rumor has it, conspiracy theories has it, that the Torah was made way before Earth was created. God had it in His bosom. The Torah. It's like a blueprint of how the Earth is supposed to be, how it's going to be built, what's going to go there for all eternity.
So the Torah is not a religious book?
No.
Like it doesn't have.
But there are certain religions like Jewish and Islam or something like that. I think in Judaism, they believe in the Torah. They worship it every day. But we don't even know what it is because we're in America. We don't believe in that stuff.
So basically, it is their book then.
Yeah, it's the Judaism.
I don't know. I don't believe in any books.
And the Bible, you know what the Bible is? The Bible is basically the world creation to the world's end. The story of it. You know, New Testament, Old Testament, New Testament, basically. And there was 40 authors who wrote the Bible all across the world back way long time ago, and they didn't. God came to them. You know how God comes to people and tells them stuff to do and write. That's what He did. These people were picked by God to find out His message and write it down. That's what they did. They all got together. And apparently, they all had Him in His brain. You know how God, you pray, God, He talks to you. That's what they did. And He told them what to write. He didn't write the Bible Himself. Someone wrote it, obviously. And it was His words through them. That's what they said. That's what I researched. I don't remember where I researched it.
I've heard of that too.
And the Torah is basically.
But see, I don't really believe that the Bible is what they say it is, because I was watching Joe Rogan show, a podcast one time, and he was talking about it too. But he was talking about to where one part of the Bible, I forgot, one of the characters, he was one of the apostles or something, but he had, it was when he sees the burning fire or something like that. I can't remember, but basically it's something about these plants, and he starts hallucinating. He starts seeing things, he sees God and stuff like that. But really, what Joe pointed out was he thinks he's just fucking hallucinating on psychedelics, because he interacted with these plants before this hallucination happened.
Who was this again, Joe Rogan?
Yeah, Joe Rogan on his Joe Rogan Experience. You should go check it out. It's a very good podcast. He was on Joe Rogan Experience's podcast, and he was talking about this. And he said that I forgot what one of the dudes in the Bible had came across this bush or whatever. He was playing with plants or something, and something happened. But his interaction with the plants, I think he ingested it or something, and forced him to hallucinate. So that's why he was saying that he talked to God and stuff like that. So it wasn't even him talking to God. It was just him having this experience on the psychedelic to have him think he talked to God, or maybe he did. You never know. But
have you ever wondered what plants really hold? Like trees and stuff. I've heard there's trees have mystical like
I believe
they're not just physically there. They hold, like, they can talk to other trees. Like, you know how animals can talk to other animals, like whales can talk to other whales. Animals the same way.